John 6:57. Sicut misit me vivens pater, et ego vivo propter patrem, et qui manducat me, et ipse vivet propter me. Just as the living Father sent me, and I live because or on account of the Father, so he who feeds on me, also he shall live on account of me or through me. Mostly it's the verbs and our lone participle in this sentence that should concern us. So I'm just going to note all these right away. First of all, we're hearkening back to the sending of the Son by the Father, and this is the third person singular, perfect active sent from mitto, mittera, third conjugation verb. The Father in the past sent me, and here we've got a nice participle in the attributive position, a present participle describing the Father who is alive, the Father who is living at the time of the sending, and of course, still in the present and in the future, the Father who is always alive, just as he, the living one, sent me, and I live. Here's vivere for a second time. I live. Just simple present tense here, first person singular, present active indicative, and I live because of the Father, or on account of the Father. And really what's being translated here is the Greek word for through, which perhaps is a good translation here for our Latin text, even though that's not generally the way that we translate propter in order to convey the same sense. We've also got a note here that we need really to understand that what's happening here is a kind of coordination between sicut and this first et. There's a lot of ets in this sentence, right? And we don't want to be confused by them. So let's notice, first of all, we've got this pair, just as the Father, the living Father, Father who is alive, sent me, and I live through the Father, so also, except instead of ita, we just get et here. So very often in Latin, when we make comparisons, we're going to see a structure like sicut, ... and ita. So we can kind of put this in the back of our minds here as a subtext. So in the same way, he who feeds on, who consumes literally, me, that is Jesus, he, and remember as often in the Vulgate, this is more or less the equivalent of just is, he also, or he too, will live, we've got to notice this future tense here, on account of me. This et really is making an addition, saying, just as there exists this relationship between the Father and me, so also in the same way, too, this person who feeds on me will live, future tense, on account of me, in a similar relationship to me as I am to the Father.